Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Not saying you'll ever draw something like this, but it might show you a couple of tools that you could really use. We're going to start out with a square, and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. Then I'm going to take my shape tool. I'm going to hold down my control button, and I'm going to round these two nodes off. Now I'm going to control D while getting the two-sided arrow and make it smaller. Then I'm going to take a 3-point curve line, and I'm going to go from right there to right there. And my idea is try to keep this line kind of like sweeping. The way I'm going to do it, I don't know if it's that big a deal, but I'm going to control D, alternate C, and rotate that line 180 degrees. Now I'm going to take another 3-point curve line, and I'm going to go from like imagining that line up there to, I'm going to go a little sharper this time, but I want to flow. I want this line like to flow. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I want it to be exact. First of all, I'm going to zoom in and make sure I'm on the line, and I am. I'm going to grab that line, Control D, alternate C, and rotate it 180 degrees. Some of these lines will be covered up, but we don't know. Control G to group it. Control D to duplicate it. Hit the X, get your rotation, and go right there. And this is where you can make as many petals you want. We're going to go ahead and rotate it 40 degrees. Has to be divisible, so that line right there doesn't even come into play. So what we're going to do is now take the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to use a different color this time. I'm going to use that turquoise, and I'm going to go here, here, and here. Now I can delete these, and I'm going to grab this line, and then just your imagination, I'm going to get the interactive fill tool. Instead of using a dark color, well, I'm going to use a dark color, but I'm going to use that blue. And I want some of the turquoise showing. Now I'm going to take this one and do the exact opposite. I'm going to have a little, so it's kind of like got like a little crest. Then I'm going to change my angle and then back off of it. No, I need to go forward because I want that turquoise to show. Maybe go up in here. Maybe, whoop. I do that all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go, really, you can just play around with it and go any which way you want. But see, it's too, so I can take this handle and kind of straighten it out. And then I really, I want to go back and give this a little more blue. And then I want to go back and give this a little more blue. That looks pretty good. Now, if you will group this together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it, double click on the X and go to the rotation, put it on that node and rotate it 40 degrees. See, anything behind there is not there. Control D, Control D, Control D all the way around. I never want to really know what it's going to look like till I put a black box, because the black box to me really makes it shine. And I mean, it looks like scoops. And this would be a good one if you've watched any of my video on clones. You know what? That didn't take too long. Let's clone this guy. Let's just delete these other ones. Now to do this, these have to be separately, and they're not. So I'm going to go to Object, Group, and ungroup it. And I'm going to, let's see what my nudge, I'm going to set my nudge factor on like 10 inches. And I'm going to grab this first one. I'm going to go to Edit and Clone. And I'm going to clone that. Put it, well, why didn't it clone? There we go. And then I'm going to clone that. Whoop. This would be a good exercise to have a hotkey for the clone, so you wouldn't have to go up here to. So this is our clone curve. This is our control curve. So I'm going to move the control curve out of the way, and I'm going to move this one back. Now, I'm going to go ahead and group it for a second. Control G, Control D to duplicate it. Double click on the rotation. Put it on that node. Rotate it to 40 degrees. Now I'm going to go and select it all and go up to Object and Group and ungroup it. That way I can really see, whoop, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to hit the black box. Now I can change this item. I can get my interactive fill tool and I can add more blue. And look what it's doing. It's adding darker blue or lighter blue to the whole thing. You know, you can completely change it around, and I call it in real time. You could actually even change the colors, and then you could get this, change the color, change the depth. Let me make it look like that. Then you could grab that one. I don't really suggest changing the colors, but I was just trying to show you what the clone tool could do. That's pretty wicked. That's pretty cool. It almost looks like it's glowing. Now, I have found out that if you will select everything and go up to Object and break the 13 objects apart, that way you can delete your clone. If you don't do that, you can't delete your clone. And then, of course, you could group. Make sure you get it. Let's get rid of the black box and group all that together. And then you resize it, whatever you want to with it. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea. And you could also right click and put black, make little lines and put white lines and do anything you want. You could actually, since we kind of got it blue, you could make them blue lines and almost make them disappear. Anyway, a cool little project. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.